Okay, so one of the last things I do before I put finish on a project is I go over it and look for scratches, dents, any kind of imperfections, do a last minute spot sanding. In order to aid in that, I use strong light. Actually, it's called raking light. You want to produce a lot of shadows. Think of early morning, late evening when you get long shadows, all the textures and things pop out. Well, that's what you want here. You want a strong light. If you have fluorescent lights in your shop, that's the worst for looking for these scratches and dents. It doesn't produce a lot of shadows. This guy is about rated at 10,000 lumens. The old one I used, the incandescent 300 watt bulb, was about 3,600 lumens. This is probably more lumens than you need, but the old incandescent one was very hot. And if you're doing this for a while on a hot day, it's miserable. Anyway, these work a lot better. And you can see I already have my camera set up here. I had a very hard time zeroing the camera in to show you actually how the raking light works. I go over the piece. I'm looking at it from different angles. I'm trying to get low angles, and I have a pencil with me, and I'm looking and I mark everything. So let's head over here and let's see if I can get this camera to pick up some scratches. There are scratches right, I've already circled them, and it's hard to see them right now. But as I bring the light up there, you see them? They come alive. So that's what you're looking for. You can also use sunlight, go out if you have just a part and hold it up at an oblique angle, look for the dents and scratches and stuff. So once you've identified the scratches and dents, the next thing is to take them out. Some of them can sand out, others I steam them out. And let me do a short demo on steaming next. So I've identified another dent that's a bit more severe than the one in the previous example, just because it's easier to illustrate this. So I've got an iron. It's set to be very hot, wet rag, cotton rag, white, something that's not going to impart some sort of colors onto our piece here. And I'm just going to, let me turn on the lights first. That's what we can see that better. Okay. And this is a kind of a deep one. Now, if the dent is just a dent, if it's just compressing the fibers, usually you can pull it out by steaming. If you have severed the fibers, you can lessen the problem, but you're still going to have to deal with those severed fibers. They're going to show up. You're going to have to fill it or do some sort of patchwork. Sometimes it takes, this is a healthy dent here, so it's getting there. Sometimes it takes a while, a few of them. I've chosen one that was kind of deep. There, it's getting better. Sometimes it gets to the point where there's just a little bit left, and it's enough to come back with a pass or two on the sanding block, and it is gone. It's slowly pulling itself out there. Now, I would not do this on veneer. It'll blister the veneer, pull it up. I have done it on veneer, but the only reason I would do it on a veneered surface is if that veneered surface is, if I'm going to toss it anyway, the thing is so bad that I'm just going to throw it away. So let's give it a shot before I toss it and see if we can pull it out. But it'll blister the veneer, and it can. It's just not a good idea to do it on veneer. We're almost there. Some of them will be a lot easier than this. I chose this dent because it was so deep, and it's in a hardwood, so it takes a little longer to get some of them out. We're almost to the point where I may let the surrounding area dry a little bit and then make a few passes with the sanding block. Okay, I'm going to pause here for a minute, let this dry where we can have a better look at it, and then come back with the sanding block because I think it'll come out then. Okay, it's kind of difficult to see in the camera, but I can still see just a little bit of a hint of that dent left. So I've got 220 grit on the sanding block, probably just a couple passes now and that'll be gone. Okay, it's gone. I can't see any hint of it now. So there it is, raising dents with steam.